I'm starting with my eyeshadow today, and I'm going to be using a new palette. This is from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. This just launched. This is their Timeless Tones palette. And this is a palette that is very up my alley. They were kind enough to send this one to me in PR. So this is my favorite palette that I think they've ever released. Nothing has really hit. I love cool toned eyeshadow. I love desaturated eyeshadow, and that's kind of all that's in here. And their shimmers have always impressed me, but their mattes, they're totally workable matte eyeshadows. I really turn to Glaminatrix when I'm looking for a very impactful sparkle for my eyes. So this shade is the shade Sophisticated. I'm gonna use that kind of as a transition shade. I did use the shade Lady, which is right next to it, to set my eyeshadow base. I don't know if they updated their matte formula since the Nearly Natural palette, which was their last palette, but this formula seems to be a little blendier to me, and I love that. Next, I'm going to go into this dark brown shade right here. It's the shade Tasteful, and I'm just going to kind of keep that focused on the outer portion of my eye. The Nearly Natural palette was really pretty. Turns out I'm just maybe a little bit more of a neutral Nancy. I really like the shimmers in the Nearly Natural palette. I just don't think that that's the kind of eyeshadow shades I'm going to wear a lot. I think this is the perfect Glaminatrix palette for me. I'm going to take the shade Chic down here and just really put it in this outer socket, and it's working really beautifully. Sometimes black can be hard to work with, but this seems to be building to a pretty opaque black and also still allowing me to blend out the edges. I don't want to speak too soon because, well, I guess it's not, we're almost halfway through the year. So far, I do feel as though this has palette of the year energy for me. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Fear&A Pixie Epoxy. I'm going to use the shade Dignified. That is just the perfect eyeshadow for me. It's chunky and glittery and just perfection. Hello, hello, hello. Somebody call. I don't know who do we need to call somebody. We need to call somebody. We just really need to call somebody, and we have to notify. We have to call somebody and we have to notify. That's what the conclusion is on this eyeshadow. I didn't do my base yet because I was afraid I was going to get a little fallout, and I did get a little bit of fallout. I'm going to do sparkle cam. So what that means is I'm going to turn off the lights, turn on the flashlight on my phone, zoom you all the way into my eyes, and give you a good look at that sparkle. And I'm going to turn on the blur a little bit. So that's the simple eye look that I did with this palette. I will be doing the rest of my face and some of my other short form content. So make sure to follow me if you want to see that. But I would really love if you checked out my YouTube channel where I do long form content and I really get into the nitty gritty of makeup. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers over there, and I want to hit 10,000 before Pride ends. So please go over there and, check out my long form. But if this is where our time ends today, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me today.